Welcome back. It's time for the pin test. Yep, we're doing those pin tests that we love because Pinterest is so addicting, but it's a trap, right? It's a trap.
It's a time trap,
it's a
for
time
sure.
trap, and sometimes money trap. We see the cool thing on Pinterest and we try it and it doesn't work out. It's a pin fail. So we want to find the pin wins so that you can do them at home. I've been seeing a lot of these, and so has my guest today. She's a do-it-yourself expert, crafting expert, right? All those kind of things.
I'm
Nancy
a trial
Hartson.
and error
Trial
expert.
and error. She'll try it so you don't have to,
Yes,
and then
yes.
tell you if it's good. So Nancy Hartson is the Facebook page, The Better Half, and she does all kinds of fun ideas. And the one that I was interested in is because I've been seeing a lot of it on my news feed for my Pinterest page. Follow me at Rebecca Regnier. Is these glasses. You paint. You can buy a fairly inexpensive wine glass and then paint it to customize it. I think I have a Pinterest page full of them. At some point you can take a look, but they look like they're gonna be a good idea, and then maybe not. So you have done the work for us when it comes to these. You did a party, you did a paint glass party?
I did. I read several blogs, and through trial and error, I did spend a lot of money and a lot of time figuring it out. But once I found a combination that worked, I randomly invited my girlfriends over on a Saturday and said, nobody's allowed to dress up because this is strictly just for fun. We had dinner outside and wine, and we let the kids play, and they created all of these. It turns out I have some super crafty friends.
You do have some super crafty friends. So what is the don't when it comes to these? You've done some do's and don'ts, and if you just look on Pinterest, when you see those, you're not going to know. So
right.
The plus is?
One of the don'ts that I see a lot is where people will take your regular Sharpies and they'll draw over coffee mugs, wine glasses. You don't see any of those because what happens is you touch it or you wipe it and it looks exactly like this.
Which is your basic standard, nothing on it wine glass.
Yes.
So don't do this.
And they do sell different kinds of Sharpies, so some stay on a little bit longer than others, but I didn't find that long
that is the
term.
most successful. Okay, so
yes.
when you narrowed it down, what did you find?
I found that first, it doesn't matter what kind of glass you buy or use. You can go down to Libby. You can go to. These came from the dollar store.
I was just gonna say This is a dollar store general.
It absolutely is
perfect. Okay.
So those are perfect. And actually, I had my friends bring whatever they wanted, and they just grabbed stuff out of their cabinet.
Out of their pantries.
Yes, that they didn't use.
It doesn't always have to be a glass.
So you wipe it down with rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
That gets the surface really clean.
Rubbing
so this one
alcohol?
has been rubbed with rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
If you want to do a design like this, Michigan, to be equally fair, this one is not finished. This is the Ohio State. And how you do this is inside you'll see the O that is not painted on.
Oh, see, she just put it on the inside and then you stencil around it.
I did. I printed off just an Ohio block O and took a Sharpie. The good part of Sharpie, like I said, it comes off. So if you do not do it right, you can
redo it.
You can just wet a Q-tip and like do that area again.
Okay.
I did this one with there's two kinds of paint options that you can use. Enamel paint is the only kind that will work.
Enamel paint.
Enamel.
Ding 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 ding. Enamel paint is the only kind that'll work. So keep that in mind when you do this. Okay.
They sell it in bottles like this, which is your less expensive option.
Folk art, okay.
And wine glass painting is so popular that a lot of them have a little wine glass on the top that you can go, oh yeah, that's the right kind. So if you're not sure, just find one with the wine glass and go, oh, the enamel, that's what she said.
Awesome.
Because that's what I did.
You got some of this at Walmart too.
You can buy it at Walmart. Okay. You can buy it at any craft store. They sell these metallic pens. They have them in a round point. They have them in a chisel point.
Okay.
You write right on there. I bought these paintbrushes for like $5, also at Walmart. And then on the back, it even tells you the brush stroke for those of us that are not maybe painters.
Right.
It shows you the design.
How to do the different.
Yes, that each one makes.
That's definitely helpful.
And then what we really used Pinterest for was the ideas of the glasses that they wanted to make.
Okay.
So, and this is one of the other things we found on Saturday.
One bit of caution are these.
They look beautiful.
Unless you get real close, okay, let's see, it's not a tumor. It's actually too much paint. It bubbles up, right?
Yep. This she did about 3 layers of paint because she started with the gold over everything and then decided she wanted to add the other layers.
So keep it like, it's like nail polish. You don't want too many coats or it'll never dry right. Right, so that is not a tumor. It is it's a fail. Okay.
It still looks pretty though.
It does look pretty. Okay.
It's just not going to last for you. So
better to be a little bit lighter touch.
Yes.
Okay.
But you do want it dark enough so that it won't come off. That was the one thing. You get the prettier designs with the pens. This is with a pen because you can be very specific. And you could even print a pattern like this. That's where Pinterest actually really came into play with my friends.
You put that inside.
Yes.
Okay.
We are like, oh, what does the overall look like? And once they could see the idea, those that didn't think they were crafty, I mean, they created some really great stuff.
That's a really cool thing.
The other thing that we did, this is one of my favorites. So in case you have too much to drink and you can't remember your name.
Hello, my name is.
You want to be a little less formal and not use the wine rings at the bottom of the glass.
This is so cute.
This is actually chalk paint.
Chalk paint here, and then they can put Inigo Montoya. You killed my no, that would be my nerd party.
This one also has chalk paint on the bottom.
Oh, cool.
So either way, you can write your name, you can write your initial. Here's the other thing we found out through our pen fail and positive. You have to put at least 2 or 3 coats of the chalk paint on. You can find that in any Menards. Usually Walmart carries it. You don't find it in the craft section though. You actually find it in the painting section.
Okay, and you know what? I have to say this is really cool.
Yes, animal print.
Animal prints are my favorite.
Yes, well here's your zebra to match your leopard.
I love it.
So here's the final part, what actually makes it stay on. After it dries, you get out a cookie sheet.
And put it on the cookie sheet upside down?
Set it upside down.
Okay.
Also, you don't want to put your paint up by here. It's
you don't
gonna
want
come
it in
off.
the rim.
You don't want to drink it. It doesn't feel right. But you set it upside down on a cookie sheet. You put it in a cold oven. Turn it on 350 degrees. Bake it for a half an hour.
All right. We say this is a pin win. Yay! So if you want to do the painted thing, do a few of those ideas. Make sure you get the right paint. Make sure you clean the glass. Make sure you don't put it at the top, and then bake that sucker.
Yep.
All right, thank you so much, Nancy. I think we're gonna have Nancy back because she has some great Pinterest testing ideas. For now, though, if you go on Facebook, The Better Half, and you're putting your little crafting ideas, and I mean,
people can follow me. They can ask me questions, or if they want me to try something.
Hey, suggest one. I love it. All right, cheers to you, Nancy. Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching. Happy back to school. And well, this is really cool. Thanks for watching. I like this a lot. And this is Heather's, right? Heather's the one that.
Yeah.
But
these are Heather's too. These are the second ones.
These are really cool.
These are the second ones that she did. So after she did,